I am Janhavi Panwar. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you guys are new over here, then welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about 10 English words that we are using incorrectly. Means the kind of words that we use on a daily basis, but we are using them wrong, We are not using them in the right manner, so we're going to be talking about those words. And it's okay if you're using them in the wrong manner, as long as you are in an informal place or having an informal conversation. But if you are in a formal place, having an interview or something, or even at your office, so over there, if you're going to use them like this, the kind of way we are using them right now, it's gonna be wrong and it's not gonna sound nice. So let's start. Word number one is literally. Now, literally, we sometimes say, I literally died laughing. That's incorrect. That's wrong. Literally means is that when something is exactly as it's stated. If you're gonna say, I literally died laughing, then that means you actually died, gone, up, to the gods, heaven, hell. No, but literally is actually used when something is the same, So I can say I almost died laughing. But if I'm going to say, oh my God, I literally reached there. So that is the same. Yes, that I reached there. I literally reached there. Exactly the same. But you cannot use it with other things. I literally died. Ha ha ha. No, you did not die. You're still, awake and fine. You're good. You're alive. So do not use literally in those sense. Word number two. Affect versus effect. What is the difference between these two? And there has been a lot of confusions around these two words. What is affect and what is effect? One is a verb and another one is a noun. If you're going to talk about the first one with an A, affect. So affect means to influence something. So I can very easily say is that the results will affect his mental health. That means influence will affect. But I cannot say this will have a negative effect. No, I can't say that. But I can say the results will affect his mental health. That means the results will influence his mental health. For effect means when something has happened and the results of that, the consequence of that. For example, the movie had a great effect on me. That means what kind of results? What kind of consequence? A great result. So the movie had a great effect on me, but I cannot say the movie had a great effect on me. No, it has already affected you. Now it's an effect. So effect is for your result, for your consequence, and effect means to influence something. Effect is a noun, affect is a verb. So remember that. Next up is unique. Now, there's nothing wrong with the word unique, right? You guys must be thinking that, oh, we know what is the meaning of unique. What is the meaning of unique? Tell me that. What is unique? Unique means one of a kind, nothing like it. Like if I say, oh my God, you're a unique person. So that means you are one of a kind. So do I really need to say you are the most unique, or do I really need to say you are very unique? No, I do not need to say that. Why? Because unique already means that you are one of a kind. So if you are one of a kind, then how can you be very one of a kind or most one of a kind? That is incorrect. So stop saying you're very unique. That is very unique. Nah, that is already unique. That is unique. It does not need very or most with it. So remember this. Next word is enormity. Now, I don't know if you guys know the meaning of enormity, but a lot of us, we use it for size, because enormous, big size. So enormity, big size. Nah, it's not that. Enormity is not related to big sizes. It's actually related to the level of seriousness of something, like for example, somebody has committed a crime and the kind of level that crime has, it can be extremely serious. So if that is extremely serious, then that's where we use the word enormity. For example, the enormity of his crime has shocked everyone. That means the level of seriousness in his crime, the level of wickedness in his crime has shocked everyone. So enormity is not used for big sizes. It's actually used for level of a crime, level of wickedness, level of something evil. For example, somebody right now there are a lot of cases of assault and all, domestic assault and abuse. So the level of wickedness there, so that's where we use enormity. And if it's at a huge level, if it's crossing the extremes, so that's when we use the word enormity. All right, next up is fewer versus less. So if I say you made less mistakes than other students or than most students. So less mistakes, that is actually incorrect. It's not less mistakes, it's going to be fewer mistakes. Why? Listen to me. Less is used with uncountable nouns. Like I cannot say there is few water. No, I'm going to say there is less water. So less is used with uncountable nouns, and few or fewer is used with countable nouns. For example, there are fewer people here in the restaurant. There are fewer people today. So that means I cannot say less people. No, I can't say fewer people because we can count the people in a restaurant. We can count the people in a mall. It's extremely easy. So you cannot say less people. It's going to be fewer people. So few with countable and less with uncountable. Remember this. Next is disinterested. What is disinterested? A lot of people think disinterested is actually uninterested. No, you people. Disinterested is not uninterested. Disinterested is used for anything that is impartial, that is not biased. You know, if I say she will give you a disinterested advice, that means she is going to give you an advice that is not biased, that is not partial. You know, for example, there's partiality in a class, but if there is no partiality, so that is disinterested. So it's not like, oh, I'm disinterested in that. No, that is incorrect. You're not disinterested, you're uninterested. So you have to get this into your brain, is that disinterested is not uninterested. Disinterested means impartial, you know, something that is not biased, something that is used for unbiasedness. Next, we have a lot. Now, a lot of people think is that a lot is used together. So in writing, we say A-L-O-T, but it's actually A space L-O-T. So remember this, a lot of people are here today. So a lot of, these are actually two different words. A is different and lot is different. So never use these together. It's a small one, but a lot of us, we do make this mistake. So remember this. Next up, another confusing two words actually, advise versus advice. Now, advice with an S is actually a verb and advice is a noun. So I cannot say, can you advise me on this? That is wrong. But I can say, can you advise with an S me on this? So can you advise me on this? And if I have to say, I'm going to give you an advice, so that is a noun. So I'm not going to say, all right, I'm going to give you an advice. That is wrong. Why? Because advice is a verb. So I'm going to say, can you advise me on this? I'm going to advise you to do this, but I cannot say, I will give you an advice. So if I'm talking about an advice, you know, one thing, so that is advice. But if I'm advising you, or if I'm using it as a verb, it's going to be advice with an S. Remember this. Next up is principal versus principal. The first principal is your school in charge, you know, handling everything and things, those sorts of things, with a P-A-L at the end. But the another one is principle. Now this principle are some beliefs, you know, like these are my principles. That means these are your beliefs. She stands by her principles. That means she stands by her beliefs. She's not going to say, oh, I stand by my principle and, you know, use a P-A-L, because that is incorrect. She's not going to stand by her school's principle, but she means is that she's standing by her beliefs, whatever her faith is, whatever her opinions are, you know, moral values. So that are your principles. And the last English word, not word, but actually words. So then versus then. What is the difference between these two? The first one is THAN. THAN is used when you're comparing two things. For example, she is taller than you. So I'm not going to say than you, which is THAN. No, that is incorrect. This one is going to be, she is taller than you, THAN. And the another one, THAN, is used to signify a time sequence. For example, first I woke up, then I did some exercise, or then I exercised. So it's a time sequence. I took my class, then I had my lunch. Basically, first I did this, then I did this. So we're describing a sequence. So when you're describing a sequence, you're going to use THAN. When you're using a comparison, you know, when you have to compare two things, so you're going to use THAN. Now, what I want you guys to do in the comment section down below, make sure to use all of these words in their correct format. in the comment section down below. And as for me, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. I also have some videos on these small English mistakes and where I'm elaborating more on those, all on my website, on my basic English course and advanced English course, which you can join with the link given in the description box down below on www.janhavipanwar.com. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone, stay safe.